People never a foul. You know what it is, joined by the crew of rivals with a extra edition in man like Daoud. So he's going to be in place of an Arsenal rep, to be fair. I think he suits the show quite well. The panel as well. Greasy is going to be joining us. As you can see, who's late? I wonder who. Have a guess. You know, was Daps late? No. Was I late? No. Daoud, was you late? No, I'm gonna call
you might have been late by like 2 minutes, to be fair.
I'm gonna have to call you man out like Jadon Sancho, yeah. Mons, how late was you?
Was I late? No. So who's late then? Let's talk about this. Who's actually
No, you were late, Mons. You were late.
You know what the funny thing is?
It's 18 months. It's 18 minutes past, yeah? Your camera's been on for the last 3 minutes. You were off camera for 2 minutes. And before that, you weren't here, full stop. You were late as well.
Actually, I was 8 minutes late, so I wasn't.
There we go then. So what I said was about right. Then
19 minutes past 12.
You know what the funniest thing is? Mons clarified to me 12, yeah, and I'm thinking like, where's this brother at? And even Daoud, like, to be fair, Daoud's come back from a wedding that looked quite lit, so you know he looked slumped.
Congratulations! I hope you enjoy the marriage, David.
No, it wasn't me that got married. Well,
okay.
You're
no, that's why I said congratulations.
Yeah.
You got married?
Oh, yeah.
No, congratulations. He didn't get married. Keep up the sterling work of not getting married.
Anyways,
it's just
we're gonna be talking.
Here he is.
Oh my word! Look at this.
The definition of a little late. Little being operative word.
Bro, I told Cass the sun has finished me this weekend, man. I was out late yesterday. I overslept, man. Sorry, people. I'm here now.
That's what I mean, man. See, you black people, yeah. I swear down, bro. Black timing is such a thing. It's unreal,
bro. I was at Brighton.
You man.
I was at Brighton yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, you were at Brighton yesterday. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Looking at Ferguson, yeah.
I went there. I was there for a few hours.
Man's down there scouting. Right. What?
I'm pretty sure Troops was there as well.
Did Todd send you down there with 300 million, and said just come back with one player and I'll be happy?
You know what? Funny you say that. I saw the Brighton club shop in the mall, innit? I just looked at it and I kept it moving, innit? But yeah, man, I was there for a few hours yesterday. I was so slumped, man. But yeah, I'm here now.
I've known this my whole life, man. Black timing is not a joke. When they say anytime, I'll be there. I best believe.
But you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I've come to realise is with black timing off of Soups, Mario, Monts is just as bad. Yeah, it's that, like, say you say to Monts, the show's at 12 and it's 10 to 12. In Monts' head, he's thinking, I've got time to go. Like, I'll be like to Mario, we're leaving Bedford. We'll be going Manchester. We're leaving Bedford at 12:30 and it'll be 11. Yeah, and it'll be like, I've got time to drop my mother-in-law off, go barbers, get a trim, go shopping. And in his head, he's fully trying to do the maths, thinking, this is working fine. You're thinking, and then it's like, it's not, bro. It's not working. Like, nah, barbers is light. When has barbers ever been light? Have you got an appointment? Nah. What? And you think you're going to walk and get a trim in fucking an hour, bro? What are you doing?
Bear in mind, it's all black people with it.
You know what's funny? Like the last 3 never foul streams, I've actually been early, but it's fine. But when
you ain't never been early. You ain't never been early. Early to use 10 minutes late.
Do you know what, bro? I get that. Cool. I'm not even gonna. But this is the first time I've been late for the last 4. So
because you ain't
been. How late were you? How late were you, Mons?
What, today?
11 minutes.
I come at 8 minutes past 12.
Man was
he didn't.
But how about this?
He's lying. He's already lying. He came at 11 minutes past.
I'll tell you this right now, dude. I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
When I stepped in, neither of these man were ready. Like,
who? What do you mean not ready?
Still patterning up.
Oh no! Hold on. I'm not. Listen, months. Listen, bro. I was up at 9. I took my daughter to gymnastics. Yeah. I've been out, I've had breakfast, I've got bread, I've come home. Me and Cass were here well and truly on time. Like,
No. I'm not saying you weren't here on time, but Cass was still sorting out little fine.
No, I really wasn't. I really wasn't.
Gotta pass the time in that.
I was texting.
When you came in, what were these man doing? Just because when I came in, I saw them, you know. But
hold on. So what are we supposed to do? Sit here like this, going, "We're ready," right?
Yes, like this. No, but
before any of you lot got here, yeah, Cass has been, and Specs, you can confirm this in the chat. Before you man got here, yeah, we've been having conversations with other people about backups in case certain man pulled out, right? So no, Specs, confirm that in the chat, please, because you did say you would be watching, and if you don't confirm it, you're a liar.
Well, Dad, what time did you get in? Were you punctual, yeah?
Yeah, I came in like 11:45.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
No. When you arrived, what were these man doing? What were these man doing when you arrived?
You know, you can have WhatsApp loaded up on your thing. I'm just waiting.
Anyway, Daud, I'm gonna ask you one more time because Kaz seems to ask the questions for you. So, Daud, what were Daps and Kaz doing when you arrived on camera?
No, they're just doing logistics. They're just sorting out the stream and.
my God.
So basically, the stream wasn't. Fully
No. It's ready. It's ready to go.
It was ready to go. But
it was ready to go, but you still needed logistics to be sorted out.
Let's be real. You clock Cass all the way through shows is still doing logistics all the way through the show. Like,
no. The pre-show logistics. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You hear that one? Yeah.
Bro, he was probably setting up a show for you or something. To be fair.
Pardon?
I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Listen,
anyways.
Black people timing's a myth. Actually, it's a myth, people. So,
in which way?
All right, Pinocchio.
It's not true. Basically, you're saying it's just not true. Then.
No, it's not true.
All right, fair enough, man. You know, who am I? Who am I to talk on it? You know, I'm white, right? I'm white, as you can see. But anyways, today we're gonna be doing reviews on our teams. So we're gonna see what you lot have to say about your own teams, but you can't escape it. If we think you're talking crap, we'll have to intervene. That's the way it works. That's why we got Daud here, because you know he'll call out anyone when he hears something bad. Don will give his monologue. Daps will give the second monologue, and Mons will just give you the look like, huh? You know what I mean? So, anyways,
if you ordered anything, are you expecting the delivery?
Cass will give you the whoa.
No, Cass, have you ordered anything?
Yeah, no.
Next
I haven't. So today we're going to be doing that, and first of all, I think we're going to start with Don. To be fair, that's what the people voted for.
Woo!
They want to hear what you have to say on Chelsea. We ain't actually kind of like properly heard you.
You put a poll out. You put a poll out like that.
I said, who do we review first? Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, or Liverpool? Right.
By the way, Don, you got a big fan in here. I don't know if he's here today.
Someone really wants you to make a channel.
Someone really wants you to. There was a guy on the show yesterday.
S or something like that.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
He was like, do you know why the show gets more likes when Don's on? And I was like, at that point, I'm going to close down this chat because I can't be bothered with you with your picture of, I think, an American president or something.
No, I know who S is. I know who S is. I responded
about how months and half of YouTubers and sidemen have more goals than Chelsea's 1 billion squad. Oh my days.
Favorite that one. Wait, hold on.
Oh no, Monts, I tagged you on something on Instagram that broke it all down for you.
No, I love that.
They've won more trophies. You know, they've scored more goals.
So yeah,
probably got less braids in their team, those sidemen. To be fair, that would be the one thing I'd probably.
Breezy.
This guy.
Can we all agree that Pochettino's in fraud watch right now?
Yeah, he is. We can all agree. You guys know. You guys know how much I've been grilling in a minute. You guys know how much I've been grilling in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, the only performance that I've really been happy with this season so far is against Liverpool. I think that setup worked. Nah, bro. I said that was the worst performance. Even though we won 3-0 in that first half, I said that was the worst bit of football that I've seen all season, man. But listen, like I said, this ain't even a situation where I'm watching the team that I want to see and we're not picking up these results. Then I'll be a bit worried. You get it? Right now, I'm seeing Pochettino doing some weird things that are out of character, man. This is the equivalent of Pep playing a low block in every game, knowing that you've brought him in because he's an attacking manager who plays possession-based football. It just doesn't make sense for Pep to be doing that. Do you get it? So for me, I haven't been happy with the performances, man. I said the same thing against Luton. I said, listen, we're clinical in front of goal, but if you look at the performance overall, it looked like we ran out of ideas. It looked like we just weren't as fluid as what we were seeing in pre-season. And a big part of that is playing Gallagher in a pivot and playing Ben Chilwell at left wing. So I'm going to be real, man. The performances haven't been good, but a big part of that has to go down to Poch because he's the one that's setting up the team to play like that. Obviously, the players can't get away with everything because they've been missing chances, yeah? But let's be real here. Like I said in the group, how many clear-cut chances are Chelsea creating right now? Do you get it? I haven't seen Jackson have a clear one-on-one. And when I say clear one-on-one, I'm talking about the ball play. I'm talking about, wait, hold on. I'm talking about the ball being played straight through the midfield. I'm talking about the ball played straight through the midfield. Like, if you guys saw that goal that Son scored the other day, where it was literally played through the midfield, yeah, one-on-one with the keeper, Jackson hadn't had a single chance like that. Yes, he should have scored some of the chances that he had, but he's feeding off a lot of scraps. Do you know what I'm saying? There isn't a big connector in the midfield right now. Do you get it? So, in my opinion, you know, things need to just go back to basics, play man in their normal position, and then from there, we should hopefully play better. Right. We should see a lot more chances being created, isn't it? Clear-cut chances.
We only decided to do this review last night, yeah? However, I think it was Friday night, I said something to Cass that I clocked what you were putting down in a group chat, yeah? And that basically, I'm willing. It's another one, like, you know, where I've said before that I'm willing to give Chelsea a pass this season. That I don't expect them to challenge, but next season, and this is another one. I hear what you're putting down, and I'm willing to listen to it. That you're not happy with how Chelsea are performing, and Chelsea aren't performing maybe the way you thought they would, but that is because it is not the team that you are happy with. And I said, right, I need Don on a show, and I need him to tell me the 11 that he wants to see. And when that 11 plays, they better cook. So I kind of, who is that 11?
Yeah, it's a weird one now, Daps, man, because you've got players like Mudryk that you wanted to see in the 11. Obviously, right now.
Is that 11?
Bro, I'll answer the question, bro. I'm going to go through it, yeah? The 11 that I want to see, yeah? The 11 that I want to see is Maatsen at left back, Levi Colwell at left centre back, yeah? If Badiashile was fit, I'd probably play him right centre back. I haven't seen that as of yet, so maybe go with Silva for the beginning. Then go with Gusto right back, yeah? Because James still ain't fit. Then in the pivot, I'd play Enzo and Caicedo. Palmer as a 10. I'd play Sterling on the left, and I'd play Noni on the right. And I'll play Jackson up top. I think that team gets you goals, man.
We're going to make that.
Who's the goal scorer?
Bro, any of them up top. I said, I think it gets you goals, bro. Sterling can get goals. Do you get it? If we're creating Jackson better chances, he could score goals. You feel me? So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, is this guy about to blow up?
What's that?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Whose fan is that?
Someone is about to blow up big time. Someone just turned on, not the fan, the whole of fan, whoever it was. You turned on every fan in Scotland.
That's a windmill right there.
Why was that me?
Yeah. Oh wow, your voice is bare loud now.
You're good.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what it is, Don? I remember you saying to me that your project is way more attractive than mine. I remember that one.
Yep.
Look at his face. His face is just turned, you know. Look at his face. It's stern, blood.
Now,
he knows what I said, though. He knows the reason in that game. So I'm going to let him land. But go on.
Listen, and I tried to tell you, listen, money ain't going to solve you everything. And, you know, it's not always going to solve things in the long run, because I generally think no manager's actually going to stay for the long run, no matter how much you think.
Did anyone hear that dog? I just
4 games, you know.
Be
very careful, my friend. 4 games, brother.
Listen. Even the dog agrees with me.
It's your boy backing you.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, the whisperer. Listen, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and as I said, I will be very careful with what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure you can see the comedy in how much you said your project was so much more attractive than mine.
What was the reason I gave them once? What was the reason I gave them once? You explain.
You know what I mean? So one of them, I'll give you the reasons. One of them was the financial backings of the board.
Ambition, yep.
No. Financial backings of the board.
That is ambition, right?
Financial backings of the board.
Okay. Carry on.
I'll go across. The second one was obviously Pochettino, who has a history of being able to coach younger players.
Facts.
Right? The other one was, I guess, Chelsea's recent history. You know, the fact that you guys have won more trophies than apart from City in the 20th century. You said something about Chelsea's, you know, their trophy cabinet. And I guess you could say the fourth one was, you know, ambition. Yeah. Now, your manager's already been put into question. The money, you've already broken records again and again and again and again, and that's still not working. And
you would have thought that this is you're making some season-defining statements 4 games in, you know. Real talk.
Oh wait, whoa.
Real talk.
Let me finish, hey. Let me finish.
Go on, bro.
Finish, buddy. And obviously the other two, I guess, are fine because those are things that actually define Chelsea. I understand the trophy stuff. I understand that. So my thing is just funny how you're questioning the manager. So it's not you per se questioning him completely, like in the seasonal basis, but he is being heavily critiqued right now, especially by the likes of some years. And yeah, of course, because again, there's pressure. Oh yeah, Rob said location, but I think the other ones are more important. I think the fact that Poch is being questioned so heavily straight away, and if it doesn't improve, like it's like there's already pressure already, but it was supposed to be there isn't too much pressure because it is a new team and it is new gel, and this is what makes the project attractive, that players can be themselves and be expressive because everything's so new and it's so fresh. But it's kind of the other way around, where it's still feeling a little bit toxic. Not like toxic like last season. It's still feeling a little bit like nothing. We're trying to wait for things to click, and you know the finger's kind of getting pointed already. Where do you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and the Chelsea fans could start. You can keep throwing your little jabs at me like you have been during the summer, but unfortunately, like I'm the one who's laughing right now. So fucking hold that. Not you, Don, but fucking hold that.
I mean, there was a bit of a build-up, bit of a monologue, but I mean, we got there in the end. Fucking hold that, I believe, is the message that he was coming with.
Is your project still as attractive? No, that was the question I was going to ask. Is your project still...
Pause.
Sorry. More attractive. Is it still more attractive than Liverpool's? Do you believe?
Can we go for a commercial break? We're going to go for a commercial break in Super Chats quickly. So hold that thought there, Don, before your monologue commences. Wade says, just watch Zico embarrass 1980s Liverpool. So someone's been on the YouTube. Craig Lee says, spending 1 billion buys expectations, not time. That's a good super chat, to be honest. Little Tim's says, big up boys, enjoy a show daily, and Arsenal over Liverpool. So clearly see who's an Arsenal fan. Why are you shaking it? Hey, Dawood, you know you can jump in any time, you know. You don't have to be so tired.
No, just waiting for
I mean,
I said Miles Morales.
Wave says Don is like Miles Morales in another dimension. You know what?
He's in the Bowley verse, bro. Unlimited money.
Everyone check Twitter quick as well, by the way.
Yeah. Wave says, you still finishing top 4, Don, you absolute fraud. Quick yes or no?
Yeah.
Anyway, he said, going back to last week's live, top tier Don Waffle. Last week, Don got punched up on this very stream.
Bro, it was 4v1, bro. I held it up. If you actually go back and listen to what I was saying, you lot weren't trying to hear it. You got to hear it. But what I was saying was facts, bro.
My God. Last week, you got absolutely
now you're taking a piss.
I can't lie.
Official member. Proper 12.
You know what? Looking at yesterday's game, I think Chris MD would start an attacking mid for you.
Who?
Chris MD. He had a bit of technique, man. I thought that guy was actually decent.
I didn't watch the game. I'll be real. I didn't watch the game, man.
I mean,
here we are. Add fuel to the fire while we talk on Chelsea. Bringing number one hater.
But I was going to say, before we move to the different subject.
We're staying on Chelsea for a minute.
Oh yeah. I've got to respond. I've got to respond back to what Monster's saying.
Go on.
No. Before you respond back, because it has to be like a 12-minute monologue. Before you do that, I remember speaking to you. I remember speaking to you weeks ago.
Okay. Mr. 65 million is peanuts. Let's go.
Peanuts.
Okay. I remember speaking
60 million for Havertz. That is peanuts. Yeah, go on.
I remember. I remember speaking to you a couple of weeks ago after you drew against Liverpool, and then I think you beat Luton. I think that's the last time I spoke to you. And how gassed you were, and you thought Chelsea were back. What happened, Dom? What happened?
What did I say after the Luton game? You remind me, man. What I said after the Luton game. See what I'm saying? People are doing up amnesia. People are doing up short-term memory because they
I
don't
wouldn't say the Luton game. I would have said it was pre-season hype. Pre-season hype was mad. Pre-season hype was mad.
The problem with you, Don, is that everybody warned you, but you never listened. Everyone.
There we go. There we go. Mr. Grinch is here. Chelsea Grinch is here. Let's go, Mohammed.
I like that. The Chelsea Grinch.
The Chelsea Grinch is here, bruv. Yeah. You're saying everyone warned me this, that. Did everyone warn me that Poch was going to play Ben Chilwell at left wing and Gallagher in the pivot for 4 games in a row?
Why do I give a fuck about it?
That's your manager's fault.
That's my manager.
Bro,
yes,
told
hold on.
Pochettino is not the guy to take you over the line for whatever reason.
Games. Why are we making season defining statements? Why are we making season defining statements?
We're not.
You're saying
No, sorry. Don, come on. Right, I understand. And firstly, people, please smash the like button. It is international break. It's international break, so we are doing our damn fucking best to come up with content. Yeah, sorry for my swearing, but
exactly.
If we're talking about statements, 4 games in, bro, you were making statements in pre-season. Bro, listen,
like your football and everything.
You were making a lot of statements. You know you were, It's because maybe you were a bit too confident. You're asking me to come up with them. Give me 2 minutes to think about it. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. Most definitely pessimistic about your club.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But what I'm saying is I'm not gonna hear that because what Mo's saying right now, he's moving as if we've been seeing the team that we want to see, the lineups that we want to see, the setup that we want to see, and it's still not working out. We're seeing some fugazi, bro. We're seeing some. Hold on, Mons. Yeah, we're seeing some fugazi lineups right now, bro. Yeah, Poch is doing some weird things, out of character things. Do you get what I'm saying? So for you to be saying that, at the end of the day, that's your opinion. Because in your opinion, Chelsea aren't going to do well. Yeah, but I do remember you saying in preseason that Chelsea are doing really well, Mo. At the same time, a lot of people
you looked very fluid. You looked very fluid. You still look very fluid on the pitch.
I don't agree with it.
No. Go look at the chances you create. They look okay. You look okay.
Yes,
you look better than last year.
But we look better. It's not hard.
Year.
But Mo, it's not hard to look better than last year, though. It's not. It's really not.
We said that there's better to play. Yeah, we don't disagree with you. But warned you. I warned you myself from 3 things. I told you lack of experience. You said no. Youngsters are okay and ready to play. I told you. I'm gonna finish what I said, and you can respond. I said the fact that Thiago Silva's there. He is going to play back 3 because he cannot play back 4. 4 games in, you play back 3.
We are playing a back 4. Levi's playing as a left back. We're playing a back 4.
Okay, so that's what it is. He's playing a 3rd center back at the left back, which is, yes, a back 4 on paper, but Levi Kohler is a left center back. Come on, just you know better than this.
Ben Chilwell is literally playing at left wing, bro. We're playing 4 at the back.
Okay, he's playing a left wing back, going all the way up to the pitch.
He's not a left wing back. He's a left winger, bro.
Okay,
get it right, Mo.
Because behind it, okay.
No. He's a left wing back playing left wing. Is what he means.
Exactly. So he's being pushed hard because the one behind him is a left center back playing at a left back in a back 4. So basically, it's exactly what I said. Thiago Silva is. You said it. Thiago Silva is the problem that he has to be in the lineup, and that means more center. Malo Gusto.
I'm looking at Ben Chilwell more.
Wait. Whoa. Why am I on the bottom row? I can't be 12. I can't be sitting next to 12th place. I'm sorry. I've just
have this energy all throughout the season. That's what I'm gonna say, bro.
Like you man are all doing the talking down to man thing, and I'm here talking. Nah, yo,
we aren't. See, we aren't talking
down. Wait, hold on. I want Monster Line.
For these insecure brothers, for this insecure brother, let's do this. There we go. Because me and Daz have no problem. We're secure with our teams, and we don't mind being on the bottom row, because we're not insecure like that, bro.
I'll let Mo land whatever pessimism.
They won't let me finish, bro. I just told you 2nd point, and they cut me off.
Carry on, bro.
Carry on, bro.
It's Thiago Silva, okay? On that, and
Yeah.
then signing a whole new team, it's gonna take a while for them to gel. These are my 3 points, and you dismissed them. You literally dismissed them.
I didn't dismiss them all. Everything that you're saying, I agree with. But one thing that I can't dismiss right now is the fact that how we were playing and setting up in pre-season has been completely changed. And you can say that we're playing fluid football. Yeah. I'm telling you as a Chelsea fan, yeah, we haven't. I'm telling Chelsea fans telling me we've been dominating games. Bro, my definition of domination, yeah, isn't just keeping the ball for 70% of the game and not really doing anything with it. I don't see that as domination. When I'm talking about
domination, though.
When I'm talking about dominating performances, I'm talking about Daps. I've got a good example for you. When you dominated Real Madrid, you squeezed them
City.
in and you dominated.
Oh, you can give examples of City dominating. I'm asking you for examples of Chelsea dominating.
Exactly, bro. Like people get confused, like keeping the ball, that they think that means dominating. To me, that's not, bro. You're keeping possession, but what are you actually doing with the ball? It's moving too slowly. We're not creating clear-cut chances. It looks like there's, there isn't a lot of chemistry being built between Caicedo and Gallagher. Do you know what I mean? Playing in the pivot. We've got a 115 million midfielder, Mo, and we're playing him next to Conor Gallagher, bro. Gallagher doesn't start for any single top 6 side, any of them.
Yeah? That doesn't.
What about Enzo? What about why is Enzo not? Why didn't you mention Enzo?
Enzo has been moved. Enzo's been playing further up in the pivot. He's not playing in the pivot. He's playing basically as the 10 right now.
Why are you not creating clear-cut chances then? If he's playing as the 10, as you said,
I've just told you, bro. The connection in the midfield is not there. It's not there. There's no link-ups. There's no clear style of play. There's no 1-2s. There's no triangles being popped in there. It's dysfunctional right now. Do you get it?
Ridwan just said it. This is Louis van Gaal ball, bro. Bare possession and doing nothing with it.
Yeah, exactly. And when you see things like that, you have to look at the setup mode. You have to. Again, the players don't take no blame whatsoever. And I'm not even looking at Thiago Silva right now. I'd rather him start right now next to a Levi, because you need to add a little bit of experience. I agree with the experience factor, but I'm sorry. Let's not keep talking about experience every single week. Yeah, let's talk about games in isolation right now. And with the teams that we've been putting out, we should be beating West Ham and we should be beating Luton. We should be beating Forest. We should be beating them.
So
experience goes a long way, obviously, across the whole season. Yeah, but why
should you be beating West Ham? Why should you be beating West Ham?
Bro, hold on. Because we've got a good enough squad to beat West Ham.
Hold on, where was it? Where was it?
We've got the attackers to do it.
Where was it?
Really? It was away.
I don't think you do,
It was away.
I don't think you do have the attackers to be. Right, so if I just break this, hold on, let me just break this down, yeah? It's West Ham away from home, right? Who have
low block central, by the way.
Low block, 100%. They're playing to their strengths now, right? They've got some players in to play to their strengths. They've started the season well, and they've got a manager and a squad that's just been added to, right? You're away from home. It was your was West Ham third or fourth game of the season?
It was our second.
Second, right. So your second game of the season, right? Why should you beat West Ham? Second game of the season, so away from home, which would have been West Ham's first home game of the season, yeah, with a squad that's just had a few fine tweaks to it to play to their strengths. I don't think you should. I
think you're forgetting. I think you're forgetting how the game went, Daps, because like the first 10 minutes.
No, I'm not. But bro, that's that. You're forgetting how the game went, right? You're going to tell. Not. So okay, so who was the better team?
We was a better team in the.
There we go.
Was the better team than West Ham. But what they did was
you were playing against a low block team and that know how to play to their strengths, which allows you to have possession and knows they will still win. So ultimately, that is exactly what you would expect from going to not Upton Park, to going to the Olympic Stadium.
But guess what though, Daps? Guess what though? The difference there with the West Ham game, is that we was attacking with intent in the first half. If you remember, Enzo missed that penalty as well. And then when we came out in the second half, it just stunk, bro. Do you get it? It looked like we ran out of ideas. It just looked a bit stagnated.
Second game in.
I know that, bro.
Second game in.
I know that, but what I'm saying is West Ham, they took their chances. How they wanted to play that game, it was horrible, but it was effective because it worked. We played right into their hands.
So whose fault was it?
Hold on, can you remember when Arsenal went to West Ham back end of last season and they're winning in the first half and then second half? Well, it was West Ham's first home game of the season, right? All of these things can be expected. To think that, I don't think that's a bad result. I think you're 2 games in, and sticking up for Poch probably slightly. This is a whole new group of players, yeah? The only thing that I fully hear and back you and I think most Chelsea fans are saying is it don't make sense how it was pre-season to what's happening now, that he's changed the way he's playing. And it's almost like, what was the point in having a pre-season? Because, you know, Poch was one that had to make the most of pre-season because it's his first time with all these players. So he's gone and got used to a system, worked it out, and then gone, all that time with them playing more games than some other teams is great, but we're not going to do it when the actual league starts. Yeah. And that's the bit that I get. It don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me.
And like I said, Daps, listen, there's so many doubters in it when it comes to rivals. It comes to a lot of Chelsea fans. Like I said, I was jumping on streams, bro. I was getting slandered. Like you said, me and Matisse, what we wanted Poch. And hella people were saying, nah, we don't want Spurs. We don't want this serial butler. So he's got serious doubters. But what he's doing right now, is he's proving them right. He's making the job harder for himself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whether that's trying to start Chilwell because he's our vice captain and Reece James is injured, whether that's wanting to bring Thiago Silva into the team, he's doing things that he should not be doing right now.
Do you think it is a part of that?
Things.
Do you think it's part of? Do you think it's because Reece is injured that he does feel I've got to have a vice on that? I can't have and experience. I do say he's got experience compared to a lot of you other players.
Bro, I've got no beef playing Ben Chilwell left back. As much as I don't rate him defensively, and as much as I'd rather start Maxine. I'd rather play him at left back, but we're not even seeing that. We're not asking for too much. So obviously, I don't agree with people saying Poch out. That's too much. You can't be saying that already, But I do agree with people being disgruntled because man came with a plan that was working. Look at Ange in pre-season. He stuck to it and they're banging in goals. They're playing really well. Yeah. I'll probably say they're playing the best football in the league right now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So look at that. The guy didn't go away from his principles, but Poch, he was doing something nice. I was seeing Mo bigging us up. Mo was talking about us in a good light. And now it's back to Grinch.
When was that?
You know what I'm saying? In pre-season, bro.
That must have been one show.
Nah, bro, trust me, Mo in pre-season
they looked okay, bro. They
actually
better.
Do you know, that's the bit that I don't get. That, like, let's say Arteta or even Pep. If Arteta or Pep in pre-season decide to go with something different, to try something in pre-season, that's fine because we've got a style. We know how we're going to play. And if we then get to the Premier League and we go, it wasn't really working in pre-season, we're going to switch back to what we know works. It makes sense. But with Poch, it's like, you haven't got that. Go back to what it was. This is all you knew. It seemed to be working. Why have you changed it? And it doesn't. And this is where I do listen to Chelsea fans because you know your club more than me. You watch the games more than me, and not just you. We had who was it? We had on Friday. Ziad. He said exactly the same. I know people in the comments say the same, and I do get that. It don't make sense just the way he's reverted to this. Guys,
we gotta move on. Guys, there's 800 of you here. Hit that like button for me underneath your live chat. It looks like this because it helps the channel grow. Go to different people. We're struggling to get content and ideas out. So please comment after the video.
We're not struggling. We're doing all right.
No. We're struggling to get the idea. So I want people to comment after this video. What do you want us to talk about? If you have an idea, please comment after the video. But hit that like button for me to help us move to different new audience.
And don't you dare mention international football. We don't want to talk about
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I mean, 20 minutes ago, I asked you a question. Is Liverpool's is your...
And then Mo jumped in.
Yeah.
And what did I tell you? What was the key point I told you? I said to you at the time once, I said, I still believe that Liverpool are in a better position to win now.
You know what?
I said long term. I said, in terms of what we were trying to build long term, I think we've got more of the attractive project. I said, and a big part of that was due to the ambition, is what I said. I spoke mainly about the ambition.
Let's do these super chats before we go to the next topic, please. So
which is actually Liverpool. That's what the chat wants.
Chunks played better than Enzo at London Stadium. No, Chunks.
Yeah. Chunks. You know what? Chunks, yeah.
Chunks.
Yeah.
Actually,
well, he moves slowly, but he's got good feet, innit? Like, he moves hella slowly, but he's got good. I tell you what, but who's Chunks' right hand? Who's Chunks' right?
Philly.
Bro, you see his lob. You see his attempt at the lob, the crossbar. He can ball, innit? He can ball a bit. Some of his passing was nice.
Can read that, Scass, please, if you can.
Arsenal sponsored by Prime, as in KSI's brand. Chelsea by Enfamil.
Exactly. I don't know what is that.
Exactly. I still think Chelsea should be sponsored by Proper 12 whiskey, but we move.
Well, but thank you, Waves, for the super chat. The Hiraj is saying, don't forget it was against 10 men West Ham. Oh, we forgot.
But they're the type of. But I didn't remember. I did 10.
Oh yeah. Thingy got sent off. What's his name? Nerfagerd.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I guess they are a
he
team.
did.
They are a team that they can.
That made it even worse for us.
They'll park the bus even more.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to Liverpool.
Months. That didn't go over my head. That months. Yeah. Well.
Months. Just be prepared. Mo's gonna get stressed at any positivity that goes towards Liverpool, and this is coming from.
Listen, Mons, that's not true. I praise the whole team. I'm the one predicted you second above Arsenal. But then I don't like Darwin. You heard me yesterday. But I don't like Darwin Núñez, and I have an agenda against Liverpool. I praise the whole team. Everyone else.
He's already getting hot already, Mons.
I have to listen. If you like Liverpool, you have to like Darwin Núñez. Otherwise, you're a hater. You have an agenda.
Okay, so to confirm, you hate Liverpool. Okay, cool.
I don't, bro. Come on.
Go on.
Right then, Liverpool months.
Yeah. What?
Why are you so cautious to speak anything positive?
Why is he smiling like this, smirking like this? What
you know what? I think it's because he got written off at the start of the season. That's why a little bit.
No, hold on, wait. No, this is smug. No, this is me being smug. Wait, did you think this was Did you think that was nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, Mons, are you back then? Yeah, you're back.
Is that white man? Oh, hold on. Is that white man laugh?
Yeah. Mons is trying to tell us that you're back now, yeah?
No. See, what you're doing is you're making season-defining statements after 4 games, aren't you, Don? Aren't you?
Oh, wow.
It's not nice, is it? It's not
Now,
nice.
Hey, I'm reading the body language and I'm reading that.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my neck out, pause, and just say it as it is, based on the 4 games I've seen so far, because that's how I've judged you lot. What I've seen so far, and kind of preseason, but what we've seen so far, we're not obviously. It's not written in stone, but that's what it is, isn't it? I think Liverpool have been probably the 3rd best team in the league so far. 3rd or 4th, I'd say. I think we've looked better than Arsenal. I don't think we've been better than Tottenham. Obviously, City have been better than us, and I think West Ham have been very, very good as well. I'd say West Ham have been better than us as well. As I said, 3rd or 4th. My thing is that we needed to keep Mo Salah. So now that we've kept Mo Salah, my prediction of Liverpool finishing 3rd, it stays like that. But I believe Liverpool can actually be in and amongst the top 3. But I think we're the closest to where, like, one injury for us finished it. One injury, the drop-off is mad for us, innit? Whereas I feel like Arsenal, again, Timber can get injured. They can win a game in gear 1 or 2 kind of thing, or same thing with City. I feel like they're still more accustomed to winning games consecutively than we are. Even though we have experience, as Daps loves to say, we have experience of putting together winning runs. I still believe Arsenal and City are that much better than everyone else at winning. Stop smiling, man. At winning runs.
Yeah, be unhappy. Be unhappy.
Yeah, be unhappy. But I'm winning runs. So. But again, if our attack can keep on scoring, I don't see why we can't comfortably be in 3rd and put in. When I say challenge, I'd say up until about Christmas, 100%.
Why are you saying injuries, bro? Gomez and Matip are doing all right.
For now.
For now, Don. He said based on the 4 games.
For now.
No, because Gomez and Matip are injury.
For now, plays for West Ham.
Oh, but you have 4 centre backs. You cannot ask for more.
No. But you're being silly. Like you're being silly. If you ask me to rely on Joe Gomez and Matip, fitness-wise, you laugh at me. You man would laugh at me.
I mean,
and even form-wise.
Sure, yeah.
Let's not act like we didn't see Gomez. Was it last season when Gomez had a man of the match game against City and then he just fell off again?
No, I'll give you a better one. When's the last time you've seen Gomez put in 2 stellar performances? Apart from forget the last 2 we've just seen. Before the last game week 3 and 4, when's the last 2 stellar?
I asked that question about 5 days ago. 2019, 2020.
So what evidence is there that he's going to go and do it again?
I don't know.
People ignoring this,
he put 2 games in.
So
good point, Mons.
Obviously, it's likely because, again, form is something that is, it's something that you can carry on. But it's also very unlikely because there's not There isn't 3 years. There's 3 years of no evidence.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, again, that is hopium. That there's no logic. There's not much logic there, in my opinion, anyways. Matip, again, was really bad last season as well. And because he can't stay fit, it's hard for him to put together any sort of form. And that's why Konate is kind of taking his place. And obviously Konate, Virgil's out for another game and Konate is still not fit. So the fact that Liverpool still, like Endo probably won't start. Gravenberch, I don't think will come straight into the 6th position. And I think McAllister will probably go back into the 6th. The fact that we don't have a natural 6 and we're playing 3rd and 4th choice centre-backs, I can never be outwardly like, do you know what I'm saying? I can't be outwardly confident with that. I'll just be stupid in it. If we're being objective, that would be silly. So
you know what you lot need, Mons. Yeah, you lot need what Arsenal had last season, where like their 11 barely got injured, bro. Like you need your 11 to basically not get injured.
That's what I said. If the injuries are very minimal and it's no one major, I generally think Liverpool can probably keep up with Arsenal and City. In not by steamrolling teams like we did in 2019 and 2020. It would be more outscoring teams. So our goal difference wouldn't be anywhere near Arsenal and City's goal difference, but we'd just be outscoring teams. However, like how I feel with Tottenham, one injury to a player that is semi-important and the standard does drop. But then I guess you could say as well, Van Dijk's not played and the standard has still been fine. But it's how long does that last for? If we're really talking about long-winded runs. So
you can have a fully fit squad, but if you don't have a proper number 6, you're not finishing above Arsenal or Man City. There's no chance you're finishing above us.
Right. So
you disagree that? Without a 6.
Generally, I agree with the 6 thing. Listen, I'm the biggest fan of the 6 role. However, I can't remember the way Hissam described it. It's basically another way of saying defending in numbers, right? This whole, if all of your 8s put in shifts, right? Yes, they can cover the role of a 6, right? The way you have so far in the last couple of games, right? However, across a season, you'd have to keep them all fit and you'd have to keep them all non-burnt out, right? And in Klopp's style of play, I don't think that's possible, right? 8's doing a role going forward and then getting back and doing the role of a 6.
Injuries.
That's hopium, bro.
And exactly. And first season under Klopp, I don't believe it. We see first season under Klopp, muscle strains for fun, right? But with those 8s, if they keep doing that. So I get so I kind of agree with Daz, but I'm saying it's not that they must have a 6. It's that your 8s all have to stay fully fit and not get burnt out. And I think that's going to be an issue. Now, Endo is a 6er, right?
Yeah.
And Daps, let's not act like those guys are specialists when it comes to defending, because they're not.
Bro. No, they're not. But hold on, they're not. But in the 4 games we've seen so far, they're doing a job, right?
That's what I was about to land. Yeah, when they come up against proper midfielders, bro, like Arsenal's, like Man City's, Chelsea. If we get it right when we play them against Anfield as well, bro, you can be seeing the madness over there because they haven't got that 6. But right now, it seems like, they're getting away with it because of the opposition that they've faced. And they've been blasting teams, especially at home as well.
Opposition that we faced. I think St. James, Chelsea away, where we played you away. We also had Newcastle away. Yeah. Like our running for the first 4 games has not been easy.
What was Villa's midfield and what was Bournemouth's midfield though when you played them? I know Villa's got a few injuries.
Now let's take Bournemouth out of this. So let's not even waste time on Bournemouth.
Okay, Villa. Yeah, what was Villa's midfield then that day?
Sorry, any Bournemouth
fans. Villa's midfield was Kamara and
Douglas Luiz
and McGinn.
Come on, man. Come on. Aston Villa's not a tough team to play against.
Yeah, that's a midfield.
So hold on. So what's a tough team then? Give me the tough team.
First of all,
Brighton.
Most games in the Premier League are a tough team because again, you've tripped most games you've played. Big bad Arsenal with your budget. Big bad Arsenal. Every game looks very tough for you, man. So I don't think you can be sitting there saying this team ain't tough and that team not tough. We made Villa look very, very ordinary. Very ordinary.
You did.
So again,
but Newcastle made Villa look ordinary.
Anfield tax. It was at Anfield. So we can do that to teams. going to Villa Park, I don't believe we do that as fluently and as easily. They played into our hands.
And that's another point. That's another point as well. You're going to be relying a lot on your home form, man. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool right now, listen, your season can swift, yeah, depending on who you bring in January. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with Salah. If you decide to move him on in January, if they come in with another bid, you lot could actually plug in a few more holes. So I think, yeah, man, for now, I don't think it's going to be sustainable, you know, honestly, once. I need to see it first before, like what you're saying. I'm very skeptical about guys like Gomez and Matip and that. And away from home, I think you're going to lose and draw games that teams are like, raw, how did Liverpool lose that? Or how did they draw that? Do you know what I'm saying? But when you actually break down the game, you haven't got a 6. Your centre-backs had a poor game. You end up losing or you end up drawing that game. So I think January will be big for you, depending on where you are at that point, to actually top up and maybe fill in that gap. I saw you looking at that midfielder from what team is that? The South American guy.
Andre.
Yeah. Andre, is he any good? Like, what is he, a 6?
He's a 6, yeah. He's more.
How old is he?
Is he 21?
He's straight out of your books. Potential from South America. Listen, Don's all over that. Don is all over that. Don's all over that. He plays men's football and that.
Chelsea made an offer for him. Apparently made an offer for him, actually.
Oh, but it's already been personal terms agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's your run? What's the next 4 games for you, Mo?
Yo, guys, before you talk about
Wolves away, West Ham at home.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to that next, anyways. Don't worry.
Oh, perfect.
Wow. Wolves
away,
West
Ham at home, then Tottenham away, then Brighton away.
Do you know the thing I said in the summer? I remember saying it on one show about Liverpool and I said it all last season, to be fair, but Liverpool are on a run. I haven't seen it yet. But Liverpool, yeah, are a team that when they get their confidence up and when they start winning, they can go on runs. And I think that's where they are at the moment. Look, we spoke on Darwin Núñez last night. Darwin Núñez seems to be getting that confidence going. Liverpool as an overall team, Klopp, the fan base massively, yeah, especially Anfield. They get a winning run go and they can become they're like a steam engine. Once it starts going, it's hard to stop. So I think I'm looking forward to. I don't know when we play Liverpool. I think it's not for a little while yet, but
no, not for a while.
Someone needs to put the brakes on that steam train very quickly. I need to know what this breaking news is because I'm getting anxiety.
Man United are delaying Antony's return because of the allegations.
No,
I don't think that's breaking news. We knew that would happen, but yeah, Fabrizio tweeted it. What does that mean for Man United? Sancho plays again.
Are we moving on to Man United now?
Sancho,
let's move on, man.
Imagine Sancho plays
the
next game, bro.
Yeah, let's.
You lot speak quick. You lot do me a favor.
But what was that? Daps, you was gonna say something about January as well. Someone said something about January.
For me, I don't. I think January will be important because if you can get there without having serious injuries and then get a centre-back, for me, get a centre-back in January, and that can be, but the difference is this is where your board has let you down, right?
Yeah.
Your board has let you down in a lot of ways, but
because it shows how close we are.
They don't learn. Like the thing is, City's first 2 title wins, yeah, the summers after that, we went and we spent badly. We just went and bought squad players, right? And then we didn't kick on. And we learned from that. And our chairman has come out in an interview, I think, after the Centurion season and said the differences between us now and then after that we went on and retained and previously is we're not going to buy squad players no more. We're not going to buy players that are not pushing our first 11 for places. And it takes me back to that January with you guys, 2021, and you went and bought 2 centre-backs. Your board can't be doing that in January, right? If you managed to make it to, because that January, you were still in the title race at that point. Exactly. So if you managed to keep this form going to January without too many injuries, without any burnout, that's where it's down to your board now, not to go, do you know what? We are where we are. We're doing well. So, all we need is some cover. No, don't do that, right? They need to look at your team and think how old Virgil is. Think about the injuries you get. Even if you have the next 3-4 months without injuries, they can't forget before that. And they can't forget that Gomez, Matip and Kanate are injury prone. And if they manage to stay fit for 3 months, don't think, oh, we're fine. They can't do that. In January, They have to go and strengthen and think we've been lucky to get here, but injuries always happen. And going and that for me,
they basically need to fast track it. They need to fast track their summer and try and get priorities such as a 6 and such like a centre back, like you're saying there.
And I think with Arsenal could be the same. Go on.
Does no one see Gravenberch playing as a 6 at all?
Yeah, maybe. I'm meaning in defence, not in midfield, bro. Gravenberch, we've got to see how he's used because I think, look, under Klopp,
because he's not a traditional 6, but he can. If he could be coached into a 6 player
for midfielders. Listen, for midfielders under Klopp, he could be. I fully agree with you on that. Under Klopp.
Yeah, let me do this super chat before we move on to Man United. And Antony Francis is saying Don needs a YouTube channel. Man, are you a lawyer?
Listen, I'm looking
very well. To be honest, very well.
I'm looking to launch by the end of the month, innit? So keep a lookout, man.
It's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
RTX 3060 saying between Daps, Cass, and Mo, who is the biggest gambler? I don't gamble. Don Pep is back from the hospital.
That's a mad one. Now, do you know what? I used to a bit, but that was more because the circle I moved. I used to go to a lot of horse racing and move with a lot of horse racing gamblers. But now I don't at all. You know, it's.
Yeah, Roman Abramovich, Don, do you have a YouTube channel? Shout it up. He doesn't. Next month, he just said
never a foul. It'll be the first to know in it. So
it'll be called Braids and Potential.
Sasuke saying, Don, do you have a YouTube channel? Okay, another one. People want to see you, bro.
Yeah, you see,
Travis Don.
Craig Lee is saying, is Stan Collymore in charge of Man United recruitment? I don't know who that is.
Well, I'll allow it. That's not funny, actually. It is. We should
that nonsense?
It's not funny. No, it's not nonsense. No, it's not nonsense. You shouldn't laugh at this either. But if you were to ever look up Stan Collymore and Eureka Johnson, who was very beautiful in her prime, by the way, but if you'll find out what Stan Collymore was about. Not a nice. Anyway,
guys, there is 900 here, so please hit that like button before we go on to Antony. I don't know what to say about the situation. Man United, are they doing the right thing or the wrong thing?
I don't know.
I think they're doing the wrong thing. He denied everything, Kath.
You know what it is? I think see where the club's image currently is at right now. You can't afford to F this one up. Someone will get or a few people will end up getting sacked at Man United, and that will be by force. So they have to be careful with this one. I thought, though, if it's not such a big thing, then clearly maybe playing football is better for his mental health anyways to get through the period. But in such high caliber games, how can you not focus on football when you've got so much going on in the background? And how long is it going to take? You know how long these things take? So it's just another situation.
Sometimes it takes a year or something. Right?
Yeah. So it needs to get resolved as quick as possible. So is what it is. That means Man United's going to ball out then. So it's all good for me in my books. I'm like, if he needs to go do what he needs to do, there's a lot of spotlight on him at the moment, away from all the allegations, etc. If he has done what he's done, then again, I'll say it loud and clear. He doesn't deserve a place in football whatsoever. Yeah. Same energy for anyone. I don't care how much they cost, how much they spend, how much money they make. They don't deserve a place in football whatsoever. Go to Getafe. They like them sort of players. So
do you know the other thing on it? Yeah, is if it's right, and this is the hardest bit, and this is where it's very hard for us to talk on it, right? Because yes, I guess I'm going to say this as men, right? We will look at examples like Ched Evans and what happened with Ched Evans. If people ever want to go and look at the Ched Evans, he went to prison, right? He got found guilty, went to prison, came out of prison, and still said, "No, I'm fighting it because I'm not guilty," right? I think Sheffield United signed him. He got then, because of people protesting, Sheffield United backed out and said, "Sorry, we can't. It's too much." So they backed out of it. He then proved himself innocent, and it then came out as well that the person that accused him. You are a lawyer, right? The person that accused him, she had previous of doing it, right? So that is where I guess as men, we're not defending at any point any man laying hands on a woman or any woman laying hands on a man. But what we are saying is it's a difficult subject to talk on because in some instances, it's like it ends up that it isn't the way it got portrayed, and you've got to
I'm
understand
sorry,
these things.
Hey, Daps.
No.
Hey, Cass, you can't put that super chat up here when Daps is trying to have a serious conversation.
I didn't even see what it said.
What's going on here?
Oh, allow it. Anyone that watched the UFC last night, Strickland smushed up Izzy. Mad. Anyway, no. So we will come out and I guess we'll talk on it. But one person comes out and presses charges against you or makes an allegation. It's one thing, right? A second, a third. Now, again, this could be something else, but it almost becomes, do you know what? This isn't one-off where, you know what, sometimes people can have really bad moments and do something they shouldn't do once. When it gets to 3-4 times, for me personally, it's like, yeah, the guy, if he gets found guilty, if he's a scumbag, and you've got to disassociate. You've got to, like, he needs to face punishment. It's as simple as that. But let's move on to what this means for Man United, Cass, because, you know, if he played on the left, would you be a bit less worried?
Who played on the left?
Yeah, if Antony played on the left, would you be a bit less worried? But because he plays on the right, what other options have you got on the right?
I can't wait.
Oh, come on, man.
He's not worried. I think you read him wrong, Dad. He's not, he's not
you're
worried
happy.
at all.
Here comes the hope.
You're
Here comes the hope.
I've had enough of him. Like, don't get me wrong. He's had a couple promising performances, but it's not enough.
So who do you want there then?
I want Palestri on there because I'm just looking. You know what? Actually, to be fair,
you bypass Sancho.
When's Ahmad back? When's Ahmad back?
You know what? He just had surgery on his knee, bro.
You let Elanga go, didn't you? Dan James isn't about no more.
So no. The way I look at it, I like Palestri because I'm looking at balance of the team, and I'm looking at someone that can benefit someone like Hoyland that can actually cross a ball. Man United don't have no players in the forward line that can cross a ball, by the way, except for one, actually two. It is him and Sancho. But to be fair, from what I saw today from Mullock, Sancho and Ten Hag squashed it. The media overplayed it, and he said, and apparently Ten Hag said this has been way overdrawn, like as in this has gone way over the top.
The media didn't overplay it. They literally went by the words
he got scared of Sancho, bro.
Yeah,
he got scared of
Sancho, like, they didn't get overplayed.
They did. No, they have.
Yes, they did.
How?
Come on, because instead of a boot getting dashed across the change room, it was actually a Magnum that got dashed across the change room.
The way I see it now, though, is that it's lined up perfectly. Like, I think what was said that Ten Hag expected a response for it, but he's down the pecking order now, so he's not going to get a start. And now Antony's going to be away for unknown set time, maybe a few months, maybe a couple months. It won't take a month. He'll be longer than that. But the way I look at it, this is Sancho's chance, but he's down the pecking order.
Hold on. Down the pecking order. What makes you say that?
Because Mullock said it, and he's a Man United kind of like.
It's just remember when Ronaldo got by Ten Hag as well. Remember when Ronaldo got disciplined, and the minute that was over, he was straight back in the team as captain. That Ten Hag has shown previous that he's willing, as if people come to an agreement and go, you know what, my bad, shake hands, like he did with Ronaldo. He reinstated Ronaldo. So even more so now that his hand is forced, would he not go? Well, and also would Hoyland not suit Sancho?
No, I think he's
Sancho exactly. More. And Cass, and just on your point as well, that you said about the point that you said, yeah. Wait, Cass, you know how you said
Haaland, Sancho.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the left.
He likes a player to link up with. He likes a player to link up with. And you know what? Funny enough, yeah.
They have Hoyland.
Hold on.
No, but what I'm saying, is, if you look at Sancho and Haaland at Dortmund, yeah, with the pace, Sancho would. And now you look at Hoyland, who has got pace, and you look at Sancho. I think they work together.
That's wrong, though. This is what I'm saying. Sancho likes those sort of strikers. Even when Ronaldo was there, yeah, when I used to look at your attack, Sancho was the one that used to link up the best with Ronaldo. He was the one that used to link up the best with Ronaldo out of all your attack. And like when you talk about like people overdoing it with the media and that, yeah, you can't say that and then think Palestri is going to start, because that's just going to defeat the purpose of statement that you're making. There's no way that he's going to start Pellistri over Jadon Sancho, who's got more experience. Hold on, let me land my point, bro. Yeah, he's not going to start Pellistri over Jadon, who's got more experience. And you're saying now that it's just a misunderstanding and it's been blown out of proportion. Like, bro, you can't say all of that and then start Pellistri ahead of him.
If he starts Sancho, he makes him look weak. The difference between Sancho and Ronaldo, really? Ronaldo's a global superstar. Sancho isn't. You know what I mean? Like Ronaldo.
As much as you rate Pellistri, as much as you rate Pellistri, you can't be starting Pellistri over Sancho right now.
I want to see something different. I need to see something. I want pace. I don't want slow ballers going up the pitch. And
okay, let me ask you a question then. So is it what you want? Is it what you want, or do you actually think he'll play Pellistri there? What do you think he's going to do?
I think Pellistri starts next game, and I think he deserves to as well. He doesn't. Guy, bro, if he plays Sancho, don't get me wrong, he still came out and backed himself and made a situation for the manager. Like, he didn't respond to it how most professionals do. And people can say whatever they want. Yes, he deserves to defend himself. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
honestly, what he said is not look, and I feel I have to say this, and people say, "Oh, you're defending United." No, I'm not. We're having a football conversation, and I'm also not defending Cass. But I think it's important that we don't go by the rumor mills and by Twitter. We go by what was actually said by Ten Hag. And I keep asking this question because I want to be sure, right? All Ten Hag said is that he has not trained well, right? That's all he said. I'm sorry, but
you didn't have to air it out though. As much as you can say, you're
trying to overhype it. You're trying to overhype it.
I'm not.
Because before there's been him and Sancho issues, and he didn't air it out. Yeah, he didn't air it out. How's that ended? Oh, he's still performing the same in training. Yeah. So this time he's gone with a different option. Now, if he came out and said a whole heap, let me remind you what he said one more time. He hasn't trained well, right? Now, everything else that has happened off the back of that. Cool. It's been made to look far worse than it is. A manager coming out and saying someone has not trained well. Pep last season said Kyle Walker does not fit this style of football we currently play. Right? It's not that bad. Saying someone hasn't trained well is not that bad. It really isn't, bro.
I hear what you're saying, yeah. But what it is right now, yeah. Obviously, United fans were seeing Sancho starting as a 9 in pre-season, and they were saying, "Listen, why isn't this guy starting?" He started Rashford up top, played him in the wrong position. You can see that it clearly wasn't working. They wasn't playing any sort of style of play, right? And again, Rashford was just basically useless on the pitch.
I don't know what this has got to do with
what
Ten Hag said.
What I'm saying, I'm giving you context, bro. I'm giving you context of the situation, yeah. So that's the situation there. So you can clearly see that he doesn't fancy Sancho, and then for him to put a dagger in it again to say, listen, yeah, Sancho's basically not in the squad. He hasn't been training well. If Sancho's not training well, fair enough.
Do you know what the issue is, though? Do you know what the issue has become, bro? The issue has become that all Ten Hag said was he is not training well, right? What the issue is... Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. This is why you're defending him, I believe, bro. You are defending him because other idiots have jumped online, other idiots, not Ten Hag, and started saying his attitude and this and that. That's not Ten Hag. They are outsiders put in, and then it gets all of us thinking, as men, do you know what? We're going to defend Sancho based on idiots having an input.
But Daps, I was on the terrace saying the exact same thing before any of that news came out about Sancho's attitude, bro.
My take on it. That's other people giving their opinion. We don't know he's got an attitude problem.
Exactly, bro. What I'm saying is how I looked at that situation, yeah, is that Ten Hag came out because he's basically washed his hands with Jadon Sancho. That's how I personally saw it, yeah. To say like, listen, he's tried everything that he can. Last year, he sent him out to the sticks to do the work and whatnot for 3 months. Brought him back in, put his arm around his shoulder and said, listen, I want you back in the team, yeah. But now for him to come out and basically say he's not training well, to me, and the fact that he doesn't fancy him, I was looking at it.
But is that wrong to say a player's not training well?
I'm not saying he's wrong. Personally, I wouldn't put that out in the public, yeah. Have that conversation with Sancho on a one-to-one basis, yeah.
Like he did
how I looked at that situation is that Ten Hag doesn't fancy Sancho, and that's the nail in the coffin. But now he has no choice but to reintegrate Sancho because Antony's not there. He's got no choice, bro. I don't know if he would have had that choice before if Antony was available. I'm gonna be so real with you, bro.
Yeah, he probably.
I'm not even defending Sancho here. I'm not even defending Sancho here.
Go on, Cass.
So when it's been happening for many, many years, managers calling out players, and it was never a problem. Right. It was never a problem then. It was only recently where Pep Guardiola came out talking about Calvin Phillips not being overweight and stuff. No outcry from nobody, by the way. and
No,
said,
I think he was right for doing it, bro.
this."
I think he was right for doing it.
Bro, and then when the manager comes out and say, I don't think he's training well, me and the staff don't believe he's training up to standards that we like.
Yeah,
Why
but
is it an issue now?
Cass, did Phillips come out?
No.
Did Phillips come out in a statement saying,
Just
I'm not
context,
fat?
though, man.
Do you think you could ever come out and talk against Pep? Look what happened to Cancelo.
Phillips,
Yeah,
hold on. Go on, Dad. Say what you were going to say. There.
No, but that's the difference. Is that the players actually lashing back at the manager saying,
Yes.
no, it's not my
And that's
attitude.
yeah.
And that's the issue.
Saying, yeah,
Spot on.
but
That's the issue.
that's the
No,
issue.
so let me ask Daz. Sorry, let me ask Daz.
No, sorry.
Can I just ask Daz a question off the back of what he just said? Because Daz has pointed something out there that's true. It's Sancho's reaction. So, do you think Sancho is in the wrong for lashing back, or?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Because
No, I don't.
Wait, Don.
You lashing
I
back
actually
and
disagree
making a
with them.
statement.
I agree with Daz. I agree with Daz.
Sometimes, if you make a statement, you need to know the consequences of that statement. What does it do for him? Does that make the fans have his side on the situation? No, that's just going to go against him and the manager. Makes it worse for him, and there's no positive in that statement.
Yeah.
Someone name me a positive in that statement.
Fine. Ask
I agree,
yourself
Daz.
one
I agree,
question.
Daz.
If you have a job and you have a manager and you're getting paid to do that job, and your manager calls you out publicly, and you're a public figure, and says you're not doing your job, and you believe yourself you're doing it, what would you do? Would you shut up and take it, or would you respond and say, "No, I am doing my job"?
More context. Hold on, Mo. More context needed. The fact that they've had the conversations before and not in public. If it then, and look, he got asked after a game. They just lost. He made that statement. If we're seeing that as a calling out, I'll be honest. If someone said, I don't know, in my role, I think in the last 2 months you haven't been performing well in front of other people, I'd take it on the chin, bro. Do you know why? Hold on. Do you know why?
Yeah, but
hold on. Let me tell you why. Because over the last year, I didn't get my bonus last year. Why? Because my boss said, I don't think you're performing well. And I said, do you know what? You're right. I wasn't, and I need to perform better. So this year I'm performing better.
No,
if you're a man, you take it on the chin. You take it on the chin. And even if it was in public, I still take it on the chin, bro.
You are assuming. So you're assuming that Sancho isn't training well. Within the statement, Sancho is saying, I am training well. That's the difference. If you believe you are doing your job, but your manager are scapegoating you, you're going to say, no, you're wrong. I am doing my job. It's not me. That's what.
Do you think?
Sancho
So you think?
And just to add to that as well. Just to add to that as well.
Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask Mo a question. Mo, do you think, based on what you've seen, do you think Sancho's been training well?
I don't know. I'll tell you why. Because Sancho said, because a lot of people said that he is favoring Antony over Sancho. Sancho might be training well. We'll never know. We'll never know because he's not.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I gave you. Hold on.
Go on. Let me add one more statement. And Cass will testify to this. He looked good in preseason. That means he was training well. That's it.
He was looking conditioned, bro. He was looking fit.
Everybody said that.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why.
But Cass will also tell you other things. Yeah, that the guy also is, from what we've heard. And this isn't what we've heard through the media, what we've heard through people. Yeah, so
you're judging him based off of things that you're hearing off the pitch then, bro.
Yes, because training is off the pitch. So if you're staying up late and if you're going out and doing this and that impacts your game, bro. It impacts your game. That's part of your training. That's part of your training.
People mentioned Calvin Phillips being fat. When Pep said that, Calvin Phillips cannot come out and say denies it because there are scales, there are facts.
Oh, he did. No, he did. He came out and said he didn't feel. He actually did, bro.
He didn't.
He came out and said that he didn't feel he was out of condition. He came out and said it.
Okay, so he did as well. But my point is this non-training thing. There is no measure. There's no scale for it. Any boss can say you're not doing your job. Okay, can I prove that? How can I prove that?
I think you're all right. You're right. I get what you're saying. It has to be measurable, but I think we come from a world where GAs are measurable. We also talk about the eye test, and I certainly know if someone's working hard or is not working hard. No, you're right. I don't know this, so I can't, and I'm being a hypocrite in certain ways by saying it. But I just think you have to take into, and I think, by the way, some of the things that have come out since Ten Hag said it, other people pitching him with he's got an attitude and this and that. That's totally wrong. Yeah, that is completely wrong. And I think there's undertones there, right? But Ten Hag didn't say that, yeah. And what's happened is now that there's this split on Sancho that is based on not what Ten Hag said. It's based on what the media have put out there, that he's got attitude issues and this and that. And we don't know that. All Ten Hag said was he hasn't trained well. And I think this whole circus has just come off the back of that.
What happens when managers usually
back
pull
to
out their...
football, Cats, back to football again.
But this is part of the football. Like, if has Sancho repaid anything of Ten Hag's and or whatever kindness has happened, the soft approach, time off? No, he hasn't.
Jacket.
But guess what? Garnacho wasn't playing well. Guess what? Rashford wasn't playing well. Guess what? Antony's been smelling. That's what.
Wait. You lot are the first.
You want Sancho, innit? You want Sancho at Chelsea.
I don't want Sancho, bro. But I just think that whatever he does, he can never get a look in. Right? He was like fourth choice in the team, and it's not like anyone that was starting was playing at a world class level, bro.
What does Ten Hag want? He wants the best transition team. Guess what? Sancho can't do 2 games of 90 minutes per week as well, and that's kind of easy to see that during the game he falters. I think the Tottenham game is a bit evident as well when he was actually balling out, but it can't last for that long, unfortunately.
How do you know if you're not consistently seeing it, bro?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't consistently seen it, fam.
I'm talking about
games, brother. And I saw him start against Leicester. I saw him start bare games. The brother falls off every game. I don't see it. You don't see it, my brother.
No. I'm talking. Yeah, but I'm talking about. I'm not talking about previous seasons. I'm talking about this season. Did you not say, Cass? Did your fan base not say Sancho's looking different? Did your fan base not say Sancho's looking different?
It's pre-season, man.
Hold on. It doesn't matter if it's It doesn't matter if it's pre-season or not, bro. You have to take certain things out of pre-season. And one thing that they can take out of it was Sancho was looking good. Let's be real here. What are we doing?
Pre-season.
He looked good last pre-season, though. And then what happened in the season? So it seems to be a bit of a mad thing.
But what happened, though, Daps? What happened? Last season, he was starting games. This season, he's been dropped.
The only thing I would agree on, is the fact that I believe he should be given a chance to show what he can do through the preseason. Like, if you train well, you deserve a chance, bro. It's like anything.
Yeah, so, and there we go then.
Did he train well?
I think we're just missing this Sancho thing.
I can never fucking finish my point. You're not talking my club. I don't even want to talk on it.
No. Silence.
Every time I'm trying to go, I'll get interrupted by this brother. Now and Daps. I can't be bothered, bro.
All right, see you later, Cass.
Land, Cass. Land.
No, there's nothing else to land.
All right,
there we go. Then. Let's move on then, innit? If the host's going to stop, let's move on.
Yeah, go on, this one.
So we're moving on.
No. I also want to talk about Sancho.
No, go on, go on.
Sancho is shit anyway. The guy can't pass. The guy can pass the player. Yeah, he's not a good right winger. He's not made for the Premier League. So him not being part of the team is a positive for Man United. You got players like Garnacho, Pellistri, Rashford. Who else have they got on the wings? They got so many other wingers that are better than Sancho.
Bruno.
What have they all done this season, Dowd? You tell me what they've done.
A better winger than Sancho, bro. Sancho can't offer anything. You guys tell me he's been here for 3 seasons. Why is he really offered? The guy, he does more off the pitch than on the pitch. We were missing for 3 months, came back, did nothing. Now he's going against the manager to do what? He's on 350 grand a week.
What's Antony done that's so much different?
Yeah, what's Rashford done that's been so different?
Antony's a good defensive right winger.
Don't put Rashford.
No. I'm talking about this season, bro. I'm talking about this season, bro.
This season.
We can't. No, we have to hold on, Don. We can't discredit the whole of last season. We can't do that.
Yeah? I'm talking about.
Bro. You're moving.
About in the context. No, hold on, bro. I'm talking about. Let me finish my point, bro. I'm talking about in the context of Sancho not even getting a look in, as if everyone else is performing at this world-class level, bro. Everyone up top for Man United right now has been poor. No, I'm not talking about Rashford's time at Man United. I'm talking about the past 4 games.
No, you can't do that. You have to, bro. I hear you, but you have to. When you're looking at players, we speak about this with England, that you have to take into consideration what a player did in the last 12 months, right? You can't new season, so we're just going to go on this, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, Dowd is slating Sancho, saying that he's crap and he's doing all of this. But what I'm saying is, he's ignoring the performances that other people are putting up right now. Yes, Rashford's got a lot of credit in the bank. No one's saying that. Rashford should be starting with Jadon Sancho. I'm looking at Garnacho. I'm looking at Antony. Bro, Antony's been poor this season, bro.
No,
he's
but
been poor.
one thing Anthony offers,
And Garnacho.
if I can speak from Man United, one thing that Anthony offers is defensive solidity. The way he tracks back and follows the fullback.
What does he do the other way?
The way he defended against us at the Emirates, the guy was knackered after 80 minutes. The amount of time.
Of course, you have to say that because
that's just basics. I'm sorry, that's just basics.
No, but Sancho doesn't do that, bro.
Let me
Sancho doesn't do that. That's the problem.
If when you go and get a marquee signing that your manager has purchased not once but twice, this guy has been purchased, and the first thing everyone compliments him about. So when you say what's Antony's thing, the first thing people are saying is defensive solidarity.
Work rate.
What? Like defensive solidarity as a marquee signing that your manager has signed twice, so he knows to play it inside out. Pause. Are you crazy?
At least he's offering
basics,
something. The question was, what is Sancho offering? He's not offering anything. At least Anthony's offering one thing, bro.
I can tell you now you're being disingenuous because Sancho. Listen, I'll literally finish in this sentence. Sancho, we all know that Sancho is not going to blow past a winger at 100 miles an hour, but we know he's a very good dribbler. He's very good has good ball retention, and he's an exceptional passer in between the spaces as well. If you can get him in the right positions and you can sustain your possession. That's all it is. Man United, hold on. Man United aren't able to progress to that position because Antony ain't even good enough to get the ball there and sustain the ball in the second half. And Man United, Man United need to be better in the way that they play. It just call a spade a spade. Sancho made the wrong move.
You cannot tell me the difference between
under three managers.
You cannot tell me the difference.
I need to move on. We need to move on, and I need to do like tons of super chats, please. Guys, Wade's is saying Sancho should have never left Pep. Awful decision. It was not his choice, as far as I know. It was between.
Yes, it was his choice. No, it wasn't. No, it was his choice.
He was offered like 30 grand a week.
No, I told you he was offered a contract. Him, Ibrahim Diaz, and Foden, and two of them signed the contract. Jadon Sancho went AWOL and dipped.
Let me just clarify something as well, guys. When I said Rashford, I'm not saying take him out of the team. All I'm saying is Dowd is slating Sancho as if there haven't been other people that haven't been performing starting in that 11. Jadon should be starting with Rashford on the left. He should be starting ahead of him on the left. But Antony and Garnacho are they're getting games ahead of him, and they've been crap, bro. They've been crap.
Okay, so let me do this. Roman Ibrahimovic is saying until proven guilty, Antony has to play. I don't know about that. The club's image is now being a little bit in question, so I think they're making the decision based on that. Craig Lee saying bad workmen blame their tools. Erik ten Hag is pony. Okay.
You can't tell me.
Hold on. First season, third. Come on.
Whether the coach is right or wrong, he's being given the responsibility and authority. He is the first person who gets sacked when the team has poor form. Yeah, it's true, but also workers have the right, to be honest, to say that they're doing their job. This is just my opinion. Craig Lee saying, is Erik ten Hag getting the best out of players and squad? Not at the moment, in my opinion. If anybody else disagrees.
Cass, do you want to answer that? No,
he doesn't even have.
You cannot tell me the difference between Sancho and Reece Nelson. I'm sorry.
Divas, well, he's saying Sancho played 2,400 minutes last season and played 90 minutes in Premier League already this season. What has he done? Tell me, please.
Yeah.
Get your facts right, done, and more. Stop waffling. I never talked about Sancho as a player. I only talked about Sancho and what he did off the pitch, the statement. Because he hasn't offered anything in the last year.
We agree with that, though. We know Sancho hasn't lived up to like the name that he came here with. We're not saying that he has. What we're saying is, right now, it doesn't matter what he does. He can't seem to get a look in, bro. And there's players ahead of him.
Just train. All he has to do is train well, and he can get a look in.
There's players ahead of him.
Kuna saying, Mo, can you talk for 1 minute, please? I need to sleep now. I don't want to lose you, bro. So
it's all right. Top Gooner's back. Top Gooner, keep those super chats coming. Please keep them
and
coming,
I'll talk more. Yeah.
That comment's funny, man.
Sorry, let me just put that super. Cass, do you want to answer a question?
What question?
The Erik ten Hag one.
Nah, it's for you lot to answer.
All right, fair enough. Carry on.
Okay, are we moving on from Man United?
Clearly. Carry on. Who are we moving on to next? There's two more teams, so it's Arsenal or City. Let Daz have a chat.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe Cass can talk on Arsenal.
There it is. What can I start with? Performances haven't been great. We're still getting points on the board. The disrespect that Declan Rice has been getting by rival fans, the respect that he needs to get now, that he's a world-class number 6.
There we go.
You've gone, all right.
Carry on.
He's a world-class number 6. Just to kind of have a situation, Kai Havertz needs to leave our club. But without that, what more can I say? Just about you guys saying something that I don't agree with. That's all I want to know. What do you guys want to say about?
Well, no.
You look okay.
So, Jesus, that was the quickest one ever. So, Don, and because I kind of agree with most you said. Don, Monts, Mo, anything on Arsenal?
Yeah, Arteta is stubborn, and until he goes back, they're gonna be having these performances. But to be honest, Saliba's there. Ben White look good. Gabriel doesn't look bad.
Okay, the difference I want to say about the difference between someone like Erik ten Hag and Mikel Arteta is how they treat their players. If you look at Mikel Arteta and you look at the Prime documentary, Amazon Prime documentary, where he did he sat down with the players and he said that some of you guys in training, your attitude stinks. Some of you guys are laughing. Some of you guys are moaning at each other. But he said there's only two or three of you guys in training that are training to the max. But he didn't single out the players that were playing point training. That's the difference between Arteta and Erik ten Hag. If you look at Arteta, after every game, if we lose or we have a bad performance, he says, it's my fault. I didn't set up the team up right. I didn't do this right. I didn't do that right.
He sometimes blames refs, to be fair, bro.
No, okay, yeah. But I'm talking about he's always defending the players, okay? Because if you lose the dressing room, it's finished. You're finished as a manager. You know, no one's like Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola can say whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants because he's got the backing of the board. He's got the backing of the owners. He's got you cannot go against Pep Guardiola. Is a monopoly. He can do whatever he wants. But any other manager that hasn't proved it, like Ten Hag, he either blames something like it was offside. For my eyes, it was offside. But bro, the technology says he was offside. Sorry, he said he was onside. Sorry, but technology says he was offside. And then,
so what do you want to see, Dan? After the international break, what do you want to see from Arsenal now going forward? Because you don't seem like very confident. You're not pumping up your chest right now. I get you're happy with the points. I'll be happy as well. But what do you expect now? What do you expect going forward now?
If you look at the performance against Fulham, if you look at our XG, compare that to last season against Fulham, we played so much better against Fulham this season compared to last season, but we ended up winning last season 2-1 and we drew 2-2 this season. The performances, the chances that we're creating this season is higher than last season. If you look at the stats, we're creating so many more chances. We're just having players that are not finishing them chances. Kai Havertz is missing sitters. Saka's missed quite a few sitters. Eddie Nketiah has had quite a few good chances. Is that the players are just not clinical enough? But if they were clinical, if we had Erling Haaland, I promise you, them 4 games, we would have won comfortably 3-4-0.
But the thing is, though, Dowd, this is what I'm saying. You lot are dominating teams with all this possession, but I'm not seeing clear-cut chances. Really, I'm seeing you.
Clear-cut chances.
I'm seeing a few, but I'm not seeing as many as what I was seeing last season. Okay,
in my opinion. Can I second this, by the way? I think that, and I said this in the chat, I think maybe 2 or 3 shows ago. I said the tweak that Arteta has implemented this season going forward, for me, is hurting your wingers. And your wingers were what made you, of course, Jesus, brilliant, but your wingers were what sustained that title push that really made you guys a serious animal last season. And if you look at the way the way you keep the ball in the way, it's very fluid, especially in transition, how dangerous you guys were as well. When you're swinging it around the box, for me, everything is slightly further forward now. So Saka is now receiving the ball a lot closer to the byline and there's less space for him to work with. So he's forced to keep coming back inside. And the same with Martinelli. And I think it affects Martinelli more than Saka as well, because Martinelli isn't as, I think Saka's a bit more technical than Martinelli. So Saka can still probably adapt. And he has Odegaard on that side to work with, who's easier as well. For me, I just think the wingers are being hurt, and I'm just going to say it how it is. Saka hasn't looked the same player. He's still he's still brilliant, magnificent, wonderful player. But unless he's scoring from like the goal we scored against Forest outside the box, I don't know where the goal's coming from. I'm really not too sure. It's quite difficult to see. He had the one chance against Manchester United, and of course, he scored the penalty. But in 4 games, that doesn't seem to me like the Arsenal of last season in the span of 4 games I've seen. This new tweak for me is made it more so the central players are getting into more goal scoring opportunities. So the Havertzes and the Odegaards. So if we're talking tactically, I feel like this formation is kind of more to maybe even get Havertz in the game more at a sacrifice of maybe the wingers. And I'm not saying the wingers are crap now. I'm just saying the danger of the wingers, there's less space for them to work with. It's getting the ball and just having to recycle the ball more than Saka and like, bro, how many times was Saka and Martinelli one-on-one isolating their wingers and bunning them up every time? How many times are you seeing that last year?
If you watch,
you're not seeing that this year.
If you watch Martinelli against Fulham, the guy was in great positions numerous times. If you ask Arsenal fans, and if there's any Arsenal fans in the chat, how many poor decisions Martinelli made in the 6-yard box, in front of the fullback, where he made the wrong decision. He's getting good chances. Saka's getting into great positions. It's not that the wingers are getting isolated. It's just that we're not clinical enough this season. And if you look at Arteta,
how are your wingers not getting isolated, bro?
What do you mean?
Because if you look at Saka, he had a clear open chance against Fulham when someone in the back post, we had a free header.
Oh, the header, okay.
Downwards. Oh, that's a header.
I'm saying that's got nothing to do. That's movement. That's good movement in the box.
Another situation. Okay, another reason why that these players are not getting into clear-cut chances as much is because teams are playing low block against us. Teams are playing in the back 5 with a low block and
here we go.
No, but that
welcome to City's world. Welcome to what we had to deal with for 5 years. Welcome.
Yeah, but we've only got 2 points. You're making it sound like it's
let me ask you a question, Dan. How do you beat that low block then? How do you make it a little bit more fluid to create clear-cut chances against a low block? You tell me how you do that with this Arsenal team right now.
You just because as a team, as a club, I watch my club. This is the first time we've ever been respected by rival teams. First time in how many? I don't know how many. It's over 15 years.
So tactically, how do you beat down a low block? What would you do?
The players, they're doing the right thing, okay, but it's just getting used to this kind of game plan by positions where they're just playing low block every game. We didn't have that last season. Last season we had that set formation. We had teams that thought, okay, we can get Arsenal. Okay, we can get at them because they haven't proved anything. But this season, they look at our team, they look at Rice, they look at Havertz, they look at Saka, they look at Martinelli, and they think, wow, if we get at these lot.
We don't look at Havertz like that, bro.
Okay, forget Havertz.
Look at Havertz like that.
Forget Havertz, sorry. But and they look at our team and they're saying, if we get Arsenal and they hit us in the transition, we're finished. We're finished. So if you look at Fulham,
what teams is this? Sorry,
I don't agree with that though, man. Because I think Fulham took it to you in certain parts of the game. I think Palace took it to you. I do. I think, bro. If it was,
I mean, Palace did when Arsenal went down to 10 men. Palace. It was that was the game you got to play sent off.
It was a one-sided game.
And even
down to 10
even
men.
With Forest, you lot weren't looking comfortable towards the end of the game.
And the thing that I like about Arteta, that he's similar to Pep Guardiola, is that every season.
He's not.
That every season, okay, you don't think so? That he's similar to Pep Guardiola, is that every season he's trying something different, okay? He's not playing the same way. When you finish in 8th,
you need to try something different, to be fair. So,
last season formula finished the second, and then he was getting told in press conferences, why are you not sticking to the same formula? He said, I can't do that anymore. Teams will suss us out. We have to tweak. We have to change up. That's why we've seen it. We moved to more of a 3 at the back with Saliba, Ben White, and either Tomiyasu or Kiwior, where we play 3 centre-backs, and then we have everyone else pushing up the pitch. We didn't play that last season. So Arteta is trying to figure out different solutions. And when people are saying experimenting, he's not experimenting. This is months and months of training and training the players of how to play in this position. So when people
let me give you a perfect example.
Don't compare him to Pochettino. Or Pochettino all pre-season.
Well, don't compare him to Pep either, then, please. To be fair.
Okay. Don't compare him to Pochettino, where he was playing a back 4 all pre-season And in the first game of the new season, because of back five, that's experimenting. Okay, that's what you call experimenting, where he just switches.
He didn't go to a back five. He played 3 centre backs at the back, and he played Ben Chilwell left wing. It's not 5 at the back.
That's a back five, bro, man. Don't try
not,
it, man. Don't try to say,
it's
a back
Chilwell is literally playing, bro. This is what you're not understanding. Chilwell is playing as our left winger. But anyway, we're not talking about Chelsea right now. Yeah, let me give you an example.
Do you know how embarrassing that is? Do you know how embarrassing that is? You've got out-and-out wingers on the bench, okay?
Yeah,
and you see a left winger.
About Chelsea,
I agree. But we've spoken about Chelsea already. But anyway, back to Arsenal. Yeah. When you score that goal you scored against Man United, yeah, when you literally got them on the break and Odegaard done what Odegaard does, yeah. How many times have you seen Arsenal this season attack the way you did and score a goal like that? Because that's what you were doing a lot of last season, bro. And that goes down to the fluidity of the attack.
That's what's scary about us, bro. That's what's scary about us, bro. We're not fully there yet, and we're still getting points on the board. Imagine when everything starts to click. Game over, bro.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. You can't say that because you just said we're creating all these chances, just not finishing.
Exactly.
And then now
but when we click,
you're not creating all these chances. You're not creating bad.
You're not, bro. You're not.
Bro, look at the XG, bro. Look at the XG, bro.
I've watched. No.
Use your eyes.
I've watched every Arsenal game, bro. You guys have not created chances like nowhere near like how you've done last season. Nowhere near. The wingers are isolated.
You're watching from a rival fan's eyes, bro.
Your central midfielders are.
No, we're not.
Then every.
Okay, guys.
You know, just to prove. Let me land my point here.
Go ahead.
Just to disprove that as well, yeah, Dowd, yeah. Chelsea actually have one of the highest XGs in the league right now, and I literally said, yeah, I don't care about the XG right now. The chances were created.
Not even for us, bro.
Bro, what I'm saying is, I don't care about the XG because when I'm watching the game, bro, and I'm seeing the chances that are being created, a lot of it are scraps. We're not creating clear-cut chances as much as I would like us to. That's just a fact, bro. I'm using my eyes and I can see that the XG is telling me one thing, but eyes are showing me something else. That's why you can only take so much out of stats, bro. Use your eyes.
But do you know what? Just before we move on, just last thing on Arsenal before we move on. I kind of get what Daz is saying, right? And for me, he's right. Arsenal have got to change the way they play, right? Because they are going to play. Back in the last season, you probably saw more teams play the low block against you. You hit everyone by surprise at the start of last season. Teams are going to play the low block against you, home and away, right? It's not good. There's going to be some teams, right? There will be some teams like Burnley, for example, might go, nah, do you know what? We're not going to do it. We're going to try and usually what happens with teams like that is they get picked off and it ends badly, right? But they'll try it and 1 or 2 will be successful with it. If Arsenal have changed the way they're playing and they've got 10 points out of 12 while they're changing, like we've got to take that for what it is. They've got 10 points out of 12 and 4 games in, like they're changing because they have to. If they don't, they're not going to be able to compete this season. I also think kind of this season so far, I think Rice has stepped up, but I don't know if any of their other big names have stepped up yet. Like Saka hasn't stepped up. They're going to need their big names to step up. Saliba's been good for me. I think Saliba's been very, very good.
Odegaard stepped up a few times as well.
I think one game Odegaard stepped up in. One game.
Actually, I think this guy is underrated. Michael Ramsey saying Rice is rubbish waste, man. Absolutely not. I think he actually doing very, very well, Michael. I disagree.
I think he's had 2 good games. Palace
Top corner is having
no, hold on. Take it back. You need to take it back. You misread it. Take it back to the last one. Rice is rubbish. Waste. Man. That's what he's not talking about Declan. He's just saying Rice is rubbish. Waste.
Okay. Top Gunner say let's all laugh at Cass. I don't know why, but
because Top Gunner likes to send in super chats like that. Please keep them coming.
Waves is saying Rice world class. He hasn't done anything. He's laughing my ass out loud. Yeah, maybe.
He's not world class. He's not world class.
I think he's not world class yet. Cass, your baby who cannot take banter.
I'm sure Cass is actually probably chilling, happy that he ended the stream early. That's what Cass is probably doing. Cass is chilling right now where we want to be chilling. So listen, Cass is probably laughing right now.
Waves is saying, Dawood, why didn't you Lego head?
No, why didn't Lego head buy a striker then? Why didn't Lego head Arteta?
Who's Lego head? Arteta's called Lego head. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Making nicknames up.
No, I've heard it before, to be fair.
Why didn't you buy a striker? Because he has it in Ketia?
You don't think he's got a Lego head?
I don't know, man. I don't look at guys.
He's definitely got a Lego head, though. I can't lie down. You don't think he does?
Nah, I don't eye out guys like that, so I don't know, man.
Roman Ibrahimovic is saying, Cass,
Do you
take it
eye
easy,
out Lego
bro.
like
Hope
that?
you're right.
Yeah, Cass will be all right, man. Cass will be all right.
NLF, we can just say our attackers have been shit instead of blaming it on the system. Saka,
Yes.
Martinelli, Odegaard have all been rubbish.
No,
System chat. That's your opinion. But anyway, we're moving on now. We're going to move on to Man City.
Well, yeah. So City, I've been very happy with our start. We don't often start so well. Wouldn't say we've blown teams away, but we've been consistent with it. There's one player that, start the season. How are City going to perform with De Bruyne injured? No one wants to talk on De Bruyne. The fact is, De Bruyne will be back in January, and everyone knows what will happen in January as well. So that's just an extra weapon we've got for January. And without him, we've looked pretty good. Like, transfer window, everyone thought we were having a bad transfer window. Didn't end up that way. I think I spoke on this the other day. I think the key difference between us, Liverpool, and Arsenal come the end of the season will be the fact that we went out and got Gvardiol, and the fact that if we do get injuries to players, when Ake got injured the other day, Ake was one of our best defenders last season. I'll tell you what, it's cool. We've got Gvardiol that can play left back or left centre back. So that's the difference for me. That maybe right now people aren't overly talking about the Gvardiol signing, but he's. Kovacic has hit the ground running. Kovacic looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. Gvardiol's also started very well. And the fact that if we do get an injury to Diaz, if we do get an injury to Stones or Akanji, or we've got Gvardiol to come in, and I think the drop-off there is just a lot less. And that's what I think with Liverpool, and why I think Liverpool and Arsenal, when we're looking across 38 games, not the first 6 games, not the first 12 games, 38 games, I think the depth in defence is going to be the difference between City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Haaland started off the same as he is, literally exactly the same. And Foden, the talk before the season started was Foden must have a good season. Foden started the season well, and now people don't really want to talk on Foden because now he's started off well. People just want to drop that and go, oh, well, Maddison's playing better. And that's the way I view it. That I don't know what it is, but there seems to be this little... When Saka was performing, it's Saka's better than Foden. Now Saka's not performing. People want to put Maddison's better than Foden. The truth is, all everyone's doing is putting Foden as the benchmark. And I'll sit here, smile and go, if you want to say Foden's the benchmark, absolutely no problem. Maybe one day Southgate will see the same. But now for City, happy with it. But the biggest test we've... Actually, we played Newcastle at home when we had a lot of injuries, so that was a big test. But when the international break's over, we've got an away trip to West Ham. That's a big test for us. And then after that, probably can judge City that little bit more. But I'm very happy with the way the season started. Why wouldn't I? We've won the Super Cup and we've 12 points out of 12 points. Not much more to say, really.
But target this year is to win it all again, huh?
Target for me personally is 3P and retain the Champions League. Anything else is a bonus.
Yeah. Anybody? Okay. I think we've got.
I reckon Don looks like Don wants to say something.
Yeah. No, I'm just taking it all in, man.
Can I say
taking it all in?
No challenges on City. Nothing.
No. I just want to say something.
No, you lot. Listen, you lot looking good, man. You lot looking good.
Where are we going to get the goals from this season without Mahrez and Gundogan? No. Can Haaland do it again? No. Will Foden perform? Who will step up and replace De Bruyne? None of that. No. It's been 4 games for us. It's actually been 6 games for us. It's been 5 games for you and 4 for everyone else. But there's a lot of things I heard before the season started. So I just want to address them. Does anyone want to ask me them now? Or
yeah. No. They'll say what they said to me, and they'll say it's victim mentality. So no, you're not allowed.
Okay. I don't.
Okay. No, the big. Obviously, the big talking point for me personally. The big talking point for me personally was obviously you lot lost Gundogan, you lost Mahrez as well, innit? So that was the main thing for me. But I think in my opinion, I think you've replaced them adequately. I think you've got enough now to go into the season confidently thinking you're the best team in the league, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy to replace them goals and assists from Gundogan in midfield, but I think you've done enough to still be, the strongest team in the league.
The hardest thing is that people will look, and there'll probably be people in the comments now saying Doku is not as good as Mahrez, or saying Kovacic can't do what Gundogan can do. But my response to that would be, before Mahrez landed at Leicester, did you lot think Mahrez could do what? Were any of you lot screaming about Mahrez then? Right, and the same.
We was though. Mahrez was balling at Leicester, bro.
No, I said before he. Listen to what I said. I said before he landed at Leicester. So, I mean, you commenting on what he did at Leicester is kind of irrelevant. But the other thing is, like with Doku, so I don't know much about Doku. I can't come on here and wax lyrical about him. I ain't seen him in a Pep system. I can't say nothing about Nunes. Gundogan, before Gundogan got played as a false nine, did anyone think Gundogan would pop up with that many goals? No one thought that. So it's just, we just have to wait and see. I think the squad's strong. The team mentality is there.
When City play once a week, no one can stop them. Okay, no one can stop
what
them.
happens when we can play 3 times a week? What happened then?
All I'm saying
You win a treble.
We won a treble. Have you ever won a treble? Have you, fuck?
All I'm gonna say is, that hopefully you something happens, burnout or that.
So hope vibes, inshallah.
It's hope, bro. Just burnout or
Opium.
where Roger gets burnt out, Haaland gets burnt out, where something happens, bro. Because against Fulham, it was 1-1. Okay, you got a goal that wasn't allowed. Okay, we all can agree. Yeah, changed the game. You might probably want to still want the game.
Yeah, we've all agreed on that. You want to hang on that, or you want to move on to landing your point?
And then obviously the Harry Wilson threw on goal and then gets dragged down by Diaz.
Never heard anyone talk on that.
What's the point? What's
your point? You're trying to.
This guy's nitpicking. He's trying to nitpick.
Bro.
Point,
Mo. When the team is that good, you have to look at little things.
So can I just address something you said?
That's the point.
So you said, hold on. So you said, it's all
point.
well and good when City have 1 game a week, but when they get to 3 games a week, let's reverse that.
Let's hope.
It's all well and good when Arsenal have 1. What happens to your club when you have 1 game a week, bro?
Bro. I need to go in the season looking for little things because. You can't all just surrender to Man City win the league, but we have to do something.
Havertz going to be Premier League top goal scorer, and
we have to do something.
Okay,
all
guys,
I'm saying is,
Arsenal going to win the
big
league.
Boy team now. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
hold on. What was that last one? Who's the big boy team now?
We've got big guys now in our team. We've seen our team. I mean, all of them are like 6'3", 6'4". Long ball against you lot. Stoke City football.
Hold on. Who have you? What? Because you got Rice and Havertz now, we should be shit scared of you.
And Saliba. And
you had Saliba last year, bro.
No, not against City.
Okay, so here's some predictions. Let's do this. Are you going to win any of your... Currently, we're only going to play you twice. We might end up playing you more. Are you going to manage to fucking beat us this season? Are you managed to get a point off of
We've already beaten you already. We've already beaten you in the Community Shield.
Yeah.
We're going to beat you again.
Okay. Home or away?
Emirates Stadium. Full crowd.
Oh, at the Fortress. At the Fortress. Fucking scary place, that.
I need to do these 2 super.
They've got that new song as well, is it? North London Forever. That's really gonna scare
waves with all the names: Lego Head, Comboy, Thomas Edison, PetSmart.
Oh my god.
That's all. Zenical saying Duku looked wicked on his debut, needs refining though. I think Pep can refine any player in my opinion. But anyway, thank you guys for joining in. Make sure to subscribe to Big Six Bands. It's in the description as well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video before you go. And I think we'll see you tonight, this evening.
Thanks everyone for coming on as well. Thanks for everyone watching as well.
Thanks, Dads. Thanks, of course, Mons. Thank you, Don. It was wicked show. And hopefully, guys, we'll see you guys soon. Make sure to like the
video. Big up Cass as well, man. Big up Cass.
Yeah, of course.
You, Don, bro. You always speak for United. Every time he gets questioned about United, you always start speaking for him.
Anyway, we're out.
No, I don't.